What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. G and I are going to be making some one bowl vegan cowboy cookies. Just finished up some Christmas decorations. You guys can kind of see. Got the house all set up. There's G. Hey, honey.
Hello.
We're checking out this new ring light too, so here's the setup. One bowl vegan cowboy cookies. Where did we get this recipe from?
So this is from a blog person that I've been starting to follow on Instagram, and she is called, or her site is called pickuplimes. Limes as in the fruit lime. And so these are her one bowl vegan cowboy cookies. And if you haven't check out her Instagram, because she has this beautiful kitchen full of plants, and her videos are beautifully filmed, so it's worth checking out. So,
yeah, I checked it out. She's got a dope Instagram page too, right? Yeah. So, all right, G's gonna just walk us through this, and if you guys are looking maybe for something to prep for the holidays, we like to give cookies and stuff out to like neighbors and our friends, so this might be a good one for you guys to try. Looks like we got some brown sugar, some regular sugar. Is that vegan butter?
Yep.
Yep. Well, everything's vegan. Everything's vegan, right? All right. So, yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on here. So I'm gonna let G walk us through it, and I'm using a boom mic today, so sorry I don't have my lavalier mic, so if I get behind the camera and it sounds like I'm dropping out a little bit, that's why. All right.
Okay, so this is what the beauty of this recipe is. I love anything with oats and chocolate chips. And then if you're doing a lot of baking because either we're now staying at home again, or you like to make cookie little boxes for your neighbors and as Christmas gifts, it's always nice if you can do it all in one bowl. So the first thing you do is you're going to cream your butter and your sugars. So this is, I think, 2/3 cup of vegan butter. And so that is something that you can, if you take out ahead of time, it's always easier, so it's at room temperature. So yeah, 2/3 cup of the butter, and then 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. You can use raw sugar too. And then 1/2 cup of this, 2/3 cup again of the brown sugar. And you can use coconut sugar for this as well.
And by the way, we'll put all of the ingredients and the recipe in the description box, so you guys won't miss out on anything.
And so I can, I'm not going to pull out the electric mixer for this. I'm just going to cream this with just a fork. And I think that's I like to just use a fork and not use any of the electric mixes for any of these rustic type of cookies. Because I think it's okay if things are a little tiny bit chunky. I think that kind of adds to the homemadeness of them. So just
Geez, hair is on point today, huh? Look at your hair.
To cream this.
Yeah.
And if you watch her video, she's got this awesome flat bowl that looks more like a tray with edges. And I want that. So I'm using this bowl because it's the closest thing I have. I think it's great so you can actually mix all of your ingredients really well.
So having the flat edges, that makes it easier to do what you're doing?
I think a flatter bowl.
Oh, I gotcha.
So instead of your traditional mixing bowl, having this increased surface of flatness is helpful. So again, it always takes longer when you use a fork, but it gets the job done.
That's right.
Okay. Almost done. It's a little bit easier and faster when you have like super fresh brown sugar that doesn't have the kind of chunks in it.
Right.
Okay, so the next thing that goes is our somewhat wet ingredients. So we have the unsweetened applesauce.
Okay.
And applesauce you'll see in a lot of vegan recipes because between the applesauce and the flaxseed, that acts as the binder, for the recipe, the cookie or the cake, and that substitutes the egg, which is not
Right.
vegan. So applesauce, ground flax seeds go in.
Nice.
Cinnamon, we use Ceylon cinnamon because it's richer and it has a higher content of nutrients and all the much more benefits than your regular cinnamon. And then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. And a teaspoon of baking powder, teaspoon of baking soda, and then half a teaspoon salt. I have that all combined here, so I'll throw that in there. And then we mix these things.
Mix it up.
Yeah, I think this is going to be my new mixing bowl moving forward. Or I'm going to ask her what she got hers, because this is nice. A lot of times she uses her hands too
Right.
to mix her ingredients. It already smells holiday-ish because it's
Wow, I know. If you guys could smell this, it has that, I think that's probably the cinnamon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Smells super good.
Okay. And then come the all-purpose flour. Some oats, and Ed loves these sprouted rolled
There
oats.
they are again, guys.
So we're gonna use
Farmers we know.
those. And then some unsweetened shredded coconut.
Smells really good, guys. Applesauce that's in there and that cinnamon really smell unlike the holidays. And you can see it's coming together pretty nicely here. How many cookies are we trying to make out of this batch?
So this makes 22, so a little less than 2 dozen.
Okay.
As is common with vegan cookies, they don't spread. She recommends, about 3 centimeters apart from each other, but and you're going to use like a 1/4 cup, so they're fairly big cookies. And I
What
see
the hell's a centimeter?
centimeter.
Oh.
Centimeter.
I was gonna say, like, okay,
pronunciation of.
G's a nurse, so centimeter is something different, but she meant centimeters.
I did. Okay, so when it's almost completely combined, then you're gonna add. Her recipe calls for pecans, and then some vegan chocolate chips. So I'm gonna do the vegan chocolate chips, but I wanted to add some cacao nibs, which are also a vegan version of adding a chocolate taste.
Got
They
it.
have this is the brand that we use. It's organic. They call them Nature's Dark Chocolate Chips, but they're a
Right.
plant-based superfood. So also great for smoothies if you want a little chocolate taste.
Right.
So I'm adding those, which is kind of my variation on the recipe, and then we're going to use walnuts.
Okay.
So then I'm going to use my hands to mix this in. And because, vegan recipes don't have that egg in it,
Nice.
you do need to use your hands, I think, to really incorporate the ingredients.
Right.
And again, this, a flatter, wider bowl is great for that.
Man, that's looking good.
I know. This is the kind of thing I would eat raw.
I know. Now, the recipe that we saw, I think she used pecans,
She did.
but we're using walnuts, so
Yeah.
you can, use whatever nuts you want. but we're using walnuts primarily because Izzy's not allergic to walnuts, is
No,
she?
she is.
Well,
She's
so
allergic to all nuts, but we just didn't have pecans.
yeah, okay, so our daughter Izzy, she's got a nut allergy, mostly peanuts. But we didn't have pecans, so we're using walnuts. All right? Look at that. Looking good.
Okay, so I have my baking tray here, and I'm going to take approximately a quarter cup. If you felt like you are one of those people that needs to measure it, you can. I think a quarter cup is probably like, it's a fair, they make fairly large cookies.
Yeah.
So you want to roll it, and then because they don't spread, you kind of want to flatten it to about 1/2 inch is what she recommends. So we'll try a batch.
Yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to spread these out on the baking sheet, throw them in the oven, and then we're going to come right back. They probably take, what, about 15?
14 minutes.
14 minutes. So we're going to pop them in the oven and then let you see what they look like when they come out. I already know they're going to be good. So we'll be right back. And all right, guys, we're back. We haven't put them in the oven yet because I just wanted to show you what they look like when they're all spread out on the cookie sheet.
They are delicious, actually raw. And the great thing about vegan baking is you can eat
They are
cookie dough and not worry.
Right? You know how sometimes people say you shouldn't eat raw cookie dough? The good thing about, because of the eggs, good thing about plant-based or vegan dough is, oops, sorry about that. It's so good. If it tastes this good now, they're gonna be unbelievable coming out of the oven. Oven's ready.
In they go. So I'll check on them in the 12 minutes and then see if they need to go the full 14.
All right, we'll be back in like 14 minutes and then let you know what they taste like. I already know if the dough tastes this good, the cookies are gonna be amazing. All right.
Check out Sadia on her website at pickuplimes because she has all kinds of vegan recipes that I can't wait to try. We're gonna make some oyster mushroom curry chicken-like sandwiches later on today, so I'm excited about those too.
Sounds good. See you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, they're just about done.
Okay, so we ended up doing the whole 14 minutes. Started with 12. I think these look good. She recommends letting them sit on the pan for about 5 minutes before you transfer to the cooling rack. So I'm going to do that. I think while they're still fairly warm though, one of my favorite hacks for cookies that include chocolate is to put a little coarse salt or flake sea salt on top. Just because I love how the way that salt brings out the sweetness of the cookie. They smell delicious.
You know how they say you can't smell through video? I can just tell you guys these cookies smell amazing. They look amazing too. Check them out.
I love anything with coconut and chocolate, so I'm
Me
excited.
too. Man, like I said, the dough tastes so good. I already know these cookies are just, I can't wait for them to cool down. So let's hang out for about 5 minutes. We'll come back and then take a bite into them. All right, y'all, 5 minutes is up. G is putting them on the cooling rack.
And they've firmed up substantially, which is, and these are some heavy cookies, which I love. They would be great if you put some vegan ice cream in between them for some ice cream sandwiches, because they're pretty substantial. Or they're actually a really great, you might want to try, I think I will try adding some protein powder to it and making some type of breakfast bar. Maybe subbing some of the sugar with some agave or even molasses, just to decrease the sugar content. Do you want to try one?
You ready to try one? All right,
Here, I can hold the camera.
All right. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna go for this one right here. Look at that, guys. Look at that. Nice and solid. Firm. All right, you guys ready? Oh man, it is so good. Better than the dough. Look,
I hope so.
you got the walnuts in there, chocolate, coconut. You gotta try it.
I'm gonna get my own because I want this one with the chocolate chips. Look at that. I love that when it's still warm and the chocolate is ooey and gooey.
So good.
Mm-hmm. 14 minutes is perfect.
Yeah, dude, these are amazing. Hang on. Grab one more bite.
I need some oat milk.
Right? All right, you guys. Vegan, 1 bowl, cowboy cookies. We still have some batter left. Make the rest of them and just chill for the rest of the day and enjoy our cookies. All right, we'll put all of the ingredients, the recipe in the description box below so you guys don't have to worry. And anything else, G, before we sign off?
No, enjoy your baking and stay safe. Wear your mask and make sure you socially distance. And stay at home, please.
I know. We're in California. We're shut down again as of, I think, 10 o'clock today. So you guys please stay safe out there. And we're going to make it through this. In the meantime, be well, be kind to yourself and others. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Because if you don't, no one else will. Have a great rest of the weekend. Cheers. Oh, man.